Good morning, all of you. So, as we come to know that in last class, I have taught you what is the properties of a mixture of iron and sulfur. So, as we know, different properties of mixture of iron and sulfur we have studied. Suppose if you want to separate the iron from the mixture of iron and sulfur, we can use the first technique is with the magnet. So, as we know, magnet iron is attracted by the magnet. So, if we pass the magnet close to the mixture of iron and sulfur, then all the iron is attracted by the iron fillings is attracted from the sulfur is separated by the magnet. Is it yes or no? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So magnet will separate iron fillings from sulfur. That is the first method. And second method, if you want to separate, suppose you don't have a magnet, then if you want to separate the again iron and sulfur, then we can use a organic chemical compound called as carbon disulfide. What is that?
Carbon disulfide.
So this carbon disulfide, if we'll mix with this, if we'll add to a mixture of iron and sulfur, what will happen? Then the sulfur will dissolve. Iron cannot, but sulfur dissolves in this. Dissolve in CS2 means carbon disulfide, and iron fillings we can separate it. Iron fillings we can separate by which process, Ra? Iron filling is separated by filtration. What is that? Separated by
Filtration.
filtration. Once the sulfur is dissolved in this CS2, we can separate the iron by pouring into the filtrate. Correct or not? Filtration, we can separate the iron fillings. Now, sir, sulfur is dissolved in this chemical. Then how to separate sulfur? Again, what we have to do? So once we will get the sulfur is dissolved in this CS2. So now we have to go with the process called as evaporation. What is that process, Ra? Evaporation. Evaporation, if we'll do, what will happen? The CS2 will evaporation. CS2 carbon disulfide will evaporate. And finally, what we used to get, Ra? We will get sulfur. We'll get sulfur. So that is why this technique of separation of sulfur and iron mixture is followed by what? Filtration and evaporation. What is that? Filtration and
Evaporation.
You understand, Laksha? Filtration and evaporation. First method is with the help of magnet. Second method is with the help of organic compound called as carbon disulfide. That is what you have to remember. So like filtration, evaporation, sublimation, distillation, this all the things, a mixture can be separated into its constituents by physical processes like filtration, evaporation, sublimation, distillation, even using solvents and magnet. This all called as what? It is a mixture. So this all the process is called as what?
Physical methods.
You're understanding? Physical methods, not chemical. Physical methods. Physical methods of separation of mixtures. That is what you have to remember it. Now, also we know that if you add the sulfuric acid, third process, sulfuric acid to the mixture of iron fillings and sulfur, then iron parts react with the sulfuric acid and they will produce hydrogen gas. Correct or not? Yes or no? You have studied or not? Correct? So sulfur remains unchanged. So that sulfur we can separate it out. So the iron sulfur shows the properties of iron one time, and a few times it will show the properties of sulfur. So depend upon how we are using the technique to separate it. So that is why we can say a mixture shows the properties of all the constituents present in it. So whatever the constituents are present in it, so all the constituents, they will show the properties in the mixture. So that is why we can say mixture does not having any kind of definite melting point and boiling point, etc., etc. Correct or not, Ra? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if you take a mixture is usually, most of the mixtures, what they are, heterogeneous or homogeneous, Darun? Most of the mixtures. Most of the mixtures. Monesh, Shrutilaya? Heterogeneous in nature. So most of the mixtures usually in our surroundings, they are heterogeneous except two things. What is that? Except solutions and alloys. Except solutions and alloys, all the mixtures are what? Remaining all. All are called as what? Remaining all the mixtures. Remaining all the mixtures are called Heterogeneous mixtures. Heterogeneous mixtures. Do you have any doubt in this? Ask me. Clear?
Yes, sir.
All of you? So this is all about the mixtures. So totally in last class I have taught you sulfur, iron and sulfur mixture. Totally 6 properties I have taught you. And finally we have been concluded that most of the mixtures in our surroundings, they are heterogeneous mixtures. Now, coming to the today's class, we are going to study the next concept of this chapter. That is what we should call as, what is this called as? Compounds.
Compounds.
So compounds will form by physical reaction or chemical reaction. Compounds. Anybody? Shruti?
Chemical reaction.
Chemical reaction. That is what you have to remember. Darun. So compounds always will form chemically combined. How many elements? How many substances? More.
Sir, 2 or more substance.
2 or more elements chemically combined in a fixed proportion by mass. That is what we should call as what? What we should call?
Compounds.
Compounds. Please note it down. A compound is a substance. Understand, Alana? Manya and Samaya are not there. Please call them. Darun, Mavanesh, nobody is responding. So they are compounds. Please write it. So compounds means chemically reaction. Do you understanding, Ra? That is what you have to remember.
Sir.
Right? Compound is a substance. A compound is a substance. A compound is a substance. A compound is a substance made up of 2 or more elements. Compound is a substance made up of 2 or more elements.
More elements.
You understanding? 2 or more elements, not the same element, different elements. 2 or more elements chemically combined in a fixed. Chemically combined. 2 or more elements chemically combined in a fixed proportion. What is that? Fixed proportion.
Fixed proportion.
Fixed proportion by what? By mass. This is the most important. By mass is called as compounds. Any doubt in this? Elamokil? Selvan?
No doubt, sir.
Now, let us take what is a well-known compound for us? Example. Sir, how it is? Well-known compound for us? Example. Which is occupied most of the earth. Earth is occupied by this. Call to
H2O.
correct or not? So let us take water. So I am saying that water. So compound. Water is a compound. I can say. What is the chemical formula of water? Anybody? H2O.
H2O.
What we should call as compound. Now, is it? Let me check. Tamil Nadu water, Andhra water, Karnataka water, any water if you check. Everywhere, what is the water formula? Everywhere, what is the water formula? H2O only. If you go to America, if you go to any other country also, everywhere, what is the formula of water? Everywhere,
H2O.
the water formula is H2O. And everywhere, the number of hydrogens are how many? Number of hydrogens are 2 and number of oxygens are 1. This is the atoms ratio. What we should call? Atoms ratio.
Atoms ratio.
So now, everywhere if you go, how many elements are there? Hydrogen element plus oxygen element. So, 2 elements are present. What is that? 2 elements are present. Understand? So that is why this is called as what? And they are forming chemically combined. Chemically combined. That is why I can say this is called as what? Water is a compound. Water is a compound. So what is the atoms ratio? What is the atoms ratio? Atoms ratio is
2:1.
2:1. Now, let us check mass ratio. Because mass ratio, they are always combined in a fixed proportion by what? By mass. So mass ratio. So let us take mass ratio of H2O. So if you take mass ratio, observe very carefully mass ratio. How many hydrogens are there? 2 hydrogens are there and 1 oxygen there. 1 oxygen is there. So if you observe the atomic mass of hydrogen, what is that? Atomic mass
of hydrogen.
Next chapter we will study what is atomic mass. Atomic mass of hydrogen. hydrogen is equals to 1 U. U is the unit of atomic mass. Please remember, U indicate atomic mass. Okay. Now, same way, atomic mass of oxygen, if you'll observe, OXYZN, oxygen, which is equals to 16U. What we should call? 16U.
U.
Understand all of you? Now, here we have one hydrogen. One hydrogen is 1U. So we have a 2 hydrogens here. So which is equals to what? 2 hydrogen
2U.
means 2 into 1U, which is equals to 2U. Will you able to remember this?
Yes, sir.
No. Please, Laksha, respond me. So, mass
Sir.
of water. Maulik, are you understanding? Mass ratio of water, which is equals to H2 is to O, which is equals to how much, Ra? 2U is to 16U.
16U.
Now, both are
16U.
even numbers. Both are even numbers. Always we have to write it in the lowest fraction. Lowest fraction. So can you able to say both are same numbers? So we can divide with both numbers with what? 2. So 2 will get cancelled. 2 ones are 2 eights are. So what is the mass ratio? 1 is to 8.
1 is to 8.
So if you go anywhere in the world, always the mass ratio of water in the water, hydrogen and the water is what? 1 is to 8 is the mass ratio of water. Will you able to remember? Everywhere in the world, the mass ratio of hydrogen and oxygen in water is 1 is to 8 only. Clear? All of you? Tamil
sir.
sir. Darun, you respond with Darun.
Yes, sir.
Solve it. Very good. Clear. Now, shall we go for next thing? Suppose if we take sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is also made up of what? 2 elements. What is that? Can you able to say? Sodium chloride. Other examples you can take.
Sir,
Other examples,
NaCl.
yeah. Other examples of compounds if we take, hundreds of examples we can make it. NaCl, sodium chloride. Here how many elements are there? 2 elements. 2 elements are there. What is that? Sodium and chlorine. Do you understand?
No chlorine.
So their mass ratio is fixed. So like that sodium chloride you take. Next, ammonia, carbon dioxide. Or else carbon dioxide you take. Carbon dioxide how many? 2 elements. What is that? What is
Carbon and oxygen.
oxygen? So now if you want suppose mass ratio of carbon and oxygen, mass ratio, please check it. Not required for all because next chapter we'll study it. We will study next chapter what is mass ratio clearly. So now mass ratio of carbon and oxygen. So as we know carbon atomic mass is 12U and oxygen O2, correct? O2. So 1 is 16. 1 is 16. So 2 means how much?
130, sir.
2 means how much? 32. Do you understand? 32U.
Yes, sir.
Is 16, so 2 means 32. So both are again even numbers. So we can divide with what? Same, both will go with the same table. What is that? Can you able to say? Observe carefully. 4 table.
So 4 table.
4 table, sir.
4 ones are 4 threes are. 4 ones are 4 eights are. So 3 is to 8 is the mass ratio of carbon and oxygen in the carbon dioxide. Will you able to remember? That is fixed always.
Sir.
Okay, like that you can take so many examples. Ammonia, suppose ammonia formula is what? NH3. Ammonium, NH4. This is ammonia. What is this called as?
Ammonia.
And this is ammonium, NiUm, ammonium NH4. Like that, so many examples you can write it. Calcium carbonate. What is the formula? Calcium carbonate. You will next chapter we will study.
CaCO3.
Yes, calcium carbonate, CaCO3. Like that, so many hundreds of compounds we can study. Iron sulfide, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, copper sulfate, iron sulfate, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, hydrogen bromide, sodium hydroxide, like methane, glucose. What is the glucose formula? Can you able to say? Glucose formula.
C6H12O6.
Yeah, glucose if you'll take, please remember, glucose if you'll take C6H12.
C6H12O6.
How many elements are there here? 3 elements are there.
3
Carbon,
elements.
hydrogen and oxygen. So 3 different elements. So if you want to find the ratios, you can find easily. Carbon, how much I said? 12, correct? So 12 into 6. 12 into 6 you have to take mass ratio. 12 into 6 into hydrogen, how much? 1. 1 into 12. Into oxygen, how much? Oxygen, how much? 16. 16 into 6. If we'll do this, we'll get the mass ratio. Do you understand all of you?
Yes, sir.
That is what you have to remember it. Glucose. Like that. 2 important compounds I will say. Quicklime and slackline. Quicklime. quicklime, and slackline. What we should call? Slag.
Quicklime and slackline.
Quicklime we used to call it as calcium oxide, and slackline we used to call it as calcium hydroxide. Please remember, this is called as what? Calcium oxide. Clear? Calcium oxide. Is it okay? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, da? Calcium oxide. We used to call it as what? Quicklime. Slackline we used to call it as what? Calcium hydroxide. What we should call? Calcium.
Calcium hydroxide.
So now, if you'll go to your school, we are using chalk. Correct or not? Chalk is also a compound. What is that? Can you able to say? Calcium carbonate, CaCO3. What is that?
CaCO3.
That is what you have to remember. Chalk. Chalk or marbles, and all they are made up of what? CaCO3 only. Okay, ra? So these are all the examples of what we can say, ra? Darun, these are all the examples. Compounds. That is what you have to remember it. Everything if you'll observe. But always the mass ratio is what? Mass ratio is always constant or not? Sai?
Yes, sir. Constant.
Always constant. That is what you have to
Constant, sir.
That is what you have to remember. So these all the compounds can be further divided into three classes. That is what we should call as acids, bases, and salts on the basis of their properties. Okay. These all the compounds, whatever I said example now, all these things we are classifying into three categories. Class 10th second chapter will study acid, bases, and salt. So all these compounds based upon their properties, they are classifying into three categories. What is that? Acids, bases,
and salts.
So what is that? Acids, bases, and salts. So just one example I will give you. Acids means you can take sulfuric acid, H2SO4, or hydrochloric acid. Bases you can take sodium
hydroxide,
potassium hydroxide, sodium, understanding that?
magnesium hydroxide,
Magnesium hydroxide, MgOH twice. Calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. That is. So, sir, why sir here not there twice, here twice? I will say next chapter will study. Writing the depend upon the valency, it will come. Okay, ra? That is salts. If will take magnesium chloride, calcium chloride, sodium chloride, potassium chloride. This is all. This is an example of acid, bases, and salts. So, based upon their properties, chemical properties, all the compounds are classifying into three categories. One is acids, next one is bases, and next one is what? Salts. Clear?
Salts.
Any doubt? Anybody? Ask me. Is it okay? All of you? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
We will study. Yesterday class we have studied what? Properties of mixture of iron and sulfur. Correct or not? Properties of a mixture of.
Mixture of iron and sulfur.
Today we will study properties of a compound of iron and sulfur. Properties of what? A compound of iron and sulfur. So can you able to say iron and sulfur compound name called as iron sulfide? What we should call? Iron sulfide.
Iron sulfide.
Yes. Now today we are taking compound, not mixture. So please write it. To study the properties of a compound of iron sulfide, right? To study the properties of a compound of what? Properties of a compound. A compound of what? Compound of iron and
sulfide.
Iron and sulfur. So now, as we know that if you want to prepare a mixture, what we have to do, Ra? If you want to prepare a mixture, what we have to do? We have to take some iron fillings. Iron fillings means our iron powder and some sulfur powder. If you mix it, that is called as mixture of iron and sulfur. Correct or not? So if I'll take some certain mixture, now if I'll mix iron now, this is iron fillings. Now, if I'll mix with water, sulfur with another color, correct? So let me take sulfur. So this is the sulfur particles. Will you able to remember, all of you? This is the sulfur. Now, sulfur is in yellow color, correct? That is what? This is called as iron and sulfur mixture. Now, I want compound. What I need to do? This is a mixture of iron and sulfur. Now, but we are going to study now today our compound or mixture. Mixture is already over. Last class we have studied. Now we want what? The properties of
Compound.
How to make a compound of sulfur and iron means, so you can heat the mixture. If you heat the mixture of iron and sulfur, do you understanding all of you? Yes or no? Please tell me. So when
Yes,
the
sir.
mixture of iron and sulfur fillings powder is heated, then we used to get a black compound. When we'll heat, we used to get a black compound, means no yellow color, no black color. Completely, if we'll heat it, mixture, then we used to get one a black compound. That black compound is only we should called as iron sulfide. What we should call?
Iron sulfide.
Do you understanding all of you? Or else we can call it as ferrous sulfide. Ferrous sulfide. Please remember, iron is called as ferrous. Is it okay, Ra? So the formula is FeS. What is the formula of it? Laksha?
FeS.
FeS. Formula is of sorry. So how to prepare a compound of iron sulfide? By heating of mixture of iron and sulfur. A heating of mixture of iron and sulfur, we used to get a black compound. The color is most important for MCQs. Black compound. That is what we should call it as what? Iron sulfide. Iron sulfide. Or else we used to call it as ferrous sulfide. Any doubt in this? Please ask me. Okay. Now, let us examine the properties of this compound to find out the difference between a compound and a mixture. So already in yesterday's class, I have taught you what is the properties of mixture. Correct or not? Ra? Yes or no? Separating iron with the help of magnet, separating sulfur with the help of carbon disulfide, etc., etc. Now, let us comes to the study the differences between mixture and compound. Now I have a compound. What is that compound name, Ra? What is that compound name I have?
Iron sulfide.
Iron sulfide compound I have, not the mixture. Now, if I'll trying to bring the magnet here, I will trying to bring magnet. Is it iron will be separated or not? Bring magnet.
No, sir.
No. If I'll try to bring magnet, then what will
No,
happen?
sir.
If I'll try to bring the magnet, what is happening? Then iron does not get separated from sulfur. Because why?
Sir, they are chemically bonded.
Chemically bonded. So when the chemically bonded, is it iron is having its properties? No. New properties is attained. Do you understanding, Ra? New properties. Now iron is
No,
lost
sir.
properties. Sulfur also lost its properties. Both cannot be separated with the help of magnet, because iron is already lost its properties and is gained the new properties when it is in combined state, chemically combined. So trying to bring magnet, not possible to separate. Not possible to what? Not possible to
Separate.
iron. Separate iron. Now forget about, sir, magnet is not working. Now, can I bring the organic compound? What is that called as organic compound? Carbon disulfide.
Disulfide.
Disulfide. Now, if I'll bring the carbon disulfide, second step, if I'll bring carbon disulfide, then also not possible to separate sulfur. Why? Sulfur cannot be dissolved. Not possible to separate sulfur. Why? Can you able to say? Because sulfur is also lost its property. It won't be dissolved. Sulfur won't dissolve in CS2, carbon disulfide, because they are attaining chemically combined together and they are getting the new properties. Do you understanding? Old characteristic is gone. When they are mixture, different characteristics. When they are compound, they will attain the new characteristics. That is what you have to remember. So, not possible to separate sulfur because why? Sulfur won't dissolve in CS2. Do you understanding? Because sulfur not dissolve in carbon disulfide. Darun, understand, Darun? Why? What is the reason? Why? What is the reason? Iron also not separated and sulfur also not separated. Why? Because iron sulfide is not a mixture. Iron sulfide is a what? Iron sulfide is a compound. So compounds cannot be separated into its constituents by physical methods. What we can say? Compounds cannot be separated into its physical methods into individual components by physical methods. Please all of you write it. What do you have to write? Compounds cannot be separated cannot be separated by its components, individual components. Do you understand, Ira? Components by physical methods. Understand, Tarun? Elvakil, Tamil Selvan?
Yes, sir.
Methods. That is what you have to remember. So, if you want to separate them, we have to use what? Physical methods is not going to be worked out. So then, which methods are there? Chemical methods.
Chemical method.
Chemical method.
First step. Now coming to the second step. Now, second step, you add dilute sulfuric acid. What will happen? Dilute sulfuric.
Dilute sulfuric
Understanding?
acid.
So now, same way like that, I am adding now diluted, add dilute sulfuric acid. What we should add? Dilute sulfuric acid means in the sense of H2SO4. If you add dilute sulfuric acid to water, to iron sulfide compound. Iron sulfide compound. You have to tell me what is that iron sulfide compound? FeS. Then what will happen?
Yes.
We will observe, you remember immediately whenever you will use to add this sulfuric acid to this compound, then you used to observe that a foul smell, very bad smell gas is releasing. That gas is only called as like a rotten eggs. Eggs will damage, eggs will spoil. How very bad smell will come. Correct, Laksha? Very bad smell will come. Eggs will spoil. So the same, if you add the sulfuric acid to this iron sulfide, we used to get immediately a colorless, foul smell gas. Very bad smell gas is coming. That gas is called as hydrogen sulfide. What we should get?
Hydrogen sulfide.
Understanding? So here,
Hydrogen
in this
sulfide.
terms of no hydrogen gas is formed. Hydrogen sulfide will form. Do you understanding? Hydrogen sulfide will form. That is what you have to remember. Then we can observe. Which gas ra? Colorless. Do you understanding? Colorless, foul smell, hydrogen sulfide gas. What is that? Hydrogen
Sulfide
gas is released. So this hydrogen sulfide gas, like a what? Like a which smell? Rotten eggs. Rotten eggs smell. Is it okay, all of you? But in this reaction, which gas is releasing? Hydrogen sulfide. Remember that, not hydrogen gas is released. Which gas is released, Ra? Tamil Selvan?
Hydrogen sulfide.
MCQ is most important. So, iron sulfide does not show the properties of iron present in it. So even the sulfur present in it, iron sulfide compound, cannot be dissolved by carbon disulfide. So I can say iron sulfide compound does not show the properties of sulfur as well as does not show the properties of iron when they are in compound state. Is it correct or not? So we can say iron sulfide compound does not show the individual properties of its constituents, iron and sulfur, when it is in combined state. Is it correct or not? Yes? Please tell me. So when they are individual, it is showing the properties of iron. When it is individual state, it is showing the properties of sulfur. But when it is combined state, we are not at all getting any reaction with the magnet as well as carbon disulfide. So iron is also not showing its properties and sulfur is also not dissolving in carbon disulfide. So sulfur is also not showing the properties of sulfur. So when they are combined state, they are showing completely different properties. Is it yes or no? Will you accept it that point? That is what you have to remember.
Yes, sir.
Sulfur dioxide, iron sulfide does not show the properties of iron as well as sulfur when they are in combined state. So that is why when you add sulfuric acid, we are getting another kind of gas is releasing in that. That gas is called as what? Hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide. Please all of you remember. Will you able to remember? Hydrogen sulfide.
Yes, sir.
You have to remember. Write the point. The properties of a compound are entirely different from the properties of the properties of compounds are entirely, completely entirely different from those of its constituent elements. From those of its constituent elements. Is it okay, Ra? All of you? Constituent elements. That is what you have to remember. Is it okay, all of you? Okay, clear? Any doubt? So now, third point, if you'll observe, this is the second point, right? Any doubt in this? Please let me know.
No,
Two
sir.
thought, you know, what is that? First, what is the point? If you'll bring the magnet to the near iron sulfide compound, what will happen? Is it showing any property?
No, sir.
No. So next, if you'll add the sulfur, what is that compound called as? Carbon disulfide. It is not showing any properties. Sulfur is not dissolving it. Correct or not? Now,
Sir.
if we'll add sulfuric acid, we are getting a foul smell gas. What is that called as?
Hydrogen sulfide.
So formula of hydrogen sulfide, please note it down. H2S. What is this called as? H2.
2 years.
Hydrogen.
Now, this is what the two properties we have studied. Now coming to the third property. If you want to prepare iron sulfide, what we have to do? How to prepare iron sulfide compound? What we have to do? We have to heat
it.
So that is what you have to remember it. So if you want to prepare iron sulfide, then what we have to do? We have to heat the iron and sulfur mixture. Is it correct or not? So iron sulfide compound is prepared by heating together iron fillings and sulfur. So once the reaction starts, what will happen? You know, a very huge amount of heat and light are produced during the preparation of iron sulfide compound. You can burn it. Actually, when I am teaching in first year in our school, means 2 years before 2019, I have shown them to the students in lab. I have bought them. I have taken the mixture of iron and sulfur, and I have used to burn. So they used to produce what? Lot of amount of heat and light energy during preparation of iron sulfide compound. So from that we can say energy is released while we are making the iron sulfide compound. Is it correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So you can
Sulfide. Yes, sir.
be able to say from this, when the chemical change is happening, what will happen? Some reactions, maybe energy is given out, and some reactions energy is absorbed. That is it yes or no? While preparing the compound, some reactions they will absorb the energy, some reactions they will take the energy. They will release the energy. That is what we can say. In the chemical energy, the formation of a compound is a chemical change or physical change? Formation of a compound. Formation of a compound is always chemical change. That is what you have to remember, right? The reactions are right. When we are preparing iron sulfide, when we preparing iron sulfide compound, Monish, from where? From which elements iron sulfide compounds will prepare? From iron and iron fillings and sulfur powder.
Sulfur.
Sulfur powder. When we are preparing iron sulfide compound, lot of heat and light will release during reaction. Do you understand, Ra? During reaction, some chemical reactions they will absorb energy. That is also you have to remember. Write it. Energy is energy in the form of what? Heat, light, etc. Heat, light. Remember that energy is usually either given out. Full stop. Energy is either given out, either given out or absorbed during the preparation of, or given out or absorbed during the preparation of what? Preparation of what? Mixture or compound?
Compound.
Preparation of compound. So that is why we can say chemical compound. Formation of compound is a what? Formation of a compound. Formation of a compound is a which change? Compound.
Chemical change.
Chemical change. Please note it down. Chemical change. Any doubt in this? Anybody?
No, sir.
That is. Please note it down. Chemical change. This is the third point. Any doubt, Ra? Monish? Darun?
Sir, scroll
Sir,
up,
1
sir.
minute, scroll up, sir.
Okay. Right. Clear? Is it over? Now, for example, you take Pradosh, Elmukil and all you say. Iron sulfide compound. What is the color of iron sulfide compound?
The black color.
Compound, black color. Is it understand? Now, Alana, you tell me. Suppose if you take mixture, I have told you. So mixture if you take, here you can take maybe more iron. Here you can take more sulfur. Here you can take no even iron. Like the different composition will be present. Correct or not? Yes or no? Now, this is iron sulfide compound, FeS compound. Now, Monish will collect the sample here. Pradosh will collect here. Sai will collect here. Laksha will collect here. Alana will collect here. And Manya and some of your sisters will collect here. Now, everywhere, is it the mass ratio of iron is constant or varies? Mass ratio of iron and sulfur is constant or varies?
Constant.
Always. Mass ratio, 1 iron and 1 sulfur. Is it yes or no? Iron symbol is Fe, remember that. And sulfur. Everywhere is it constant? Mass ratio is always constant. Is it yes or no? Because
Yes,
Sir.
iron sulfide only. That is what our fourth point. So if we'll take mass ratio, what is the iron sulfide formula? Iron sulfide formula. Iron sulfide formula. What is that? Fe.
PS.
So let us